Welcome to Suladan Plays Outerworlder, the maiden project of Igloosoft Games, a newly founded indie game company consisting of experienced developers primarily residing in the eastern US. It will be released on Windows, Mac, and Linux. Why do I have to log in? We'll get to that in a minute. This is a work-in-progress pre-alpha, referred to as creative demo, proof of concept tech demo. Referred to as the creative demo, is a proof of concept tech demo which is equipped with tools to experience building and multiplayer in a single biome. It represents the scaffolding on which a much larger, expansive game and universe will be built upon. I really, really love the concept that this game is built upon. I've not played it, but looking at it, it seems very interesting. Outerworlder is an open-world sandbox adventure that will follow the player on their journey from a lone survivor of a shipwreck to being the leader and protector of a burgeoning spacefaring colony. You will begin on a cold, hazardous world and will quickly have to navigate the various elements and dangers of a hostile alien environment while learning to farm crops, tame wildlife, and keep livestock as you find the survivors needed in order to eventually launch your adventure into space. There will be minimal narrative. Instead, there will be a sprawling setting to explore and piece together at your leisure. One thing that interests me is that you will be having different NPCs that do different jobs, and all of your crafting runs through those NPCs. At Igloosoft, I'll get to that when I'm reading the entire thing. Bear with me. Tailor the game to your own needs. At Igloosoft Games, we recognize that certain parts of games aren't for everyone, so we strive to make Outerworlder a customizable experience that can be tailored to any player's given needs. Want to just build things that avoid combat? Turn it off. Want more of a challenge? Increase the rate and strength of attackers. Want to just shoot things? Try the many spin-off multiplayer modes we have planned, such as Capture the Flag, Deathmatch, and Survival Challenge mode. Outworlder has also been designed to be accessible to modders, so players can further customize the experience. Building opportunities. Building has been fleshed out with many quality of life features to aid the process, as well as some features never tried before in game. We're particularly proud of the addition of craftable Z-doors. You will now be able to place and build RPG-styled compartmentalized rooms within your buildings. No more having to walk through people's living rooms to each the other side of a house. Basically, you can walk in and then you'll load into a new area like many top-down RPGs would do. Such as, say, Zelda, you walk into a cave on the overworld and then you're in the big expansive cave that doesn't take up overworld space. The colony. Your main objective in Outerworlder is to build and maintain a colony that can survive against the harshness and coldness of life in deep space. You'll cross many obstacles on your journey, not least frequent. The phrasing there. Not the least of which is frequent raids from pirates and raiders, as well as some encounters of the otherworldly type. To support a community, evolve and gain access to facilities and infrastructure, construct power grids and food supply while appropriating defenses to deter the attentions your fledgling community will no doubt generate. Help your colonists help you. Unlike other games of the genre, the player will need to rely on other survivors to build all but the most rudimentary of items and objects. You'll expand your base by attracting survivors. Some will come naturally, some will need rescuing, and some can even be captured and turned to your side. NPCs will each come with their own pool of items they can construct, and eventually you'll need to have a functioning network of NPCs to build advanced items. We will have all kinds of survivors that can be found, including such professions as gunsmiths, doctors, cooks, radio operators, administrators, and engineers. There will be also less useful ones, like used car salesmen and video game reviewers, that you'll have to find a use for. Naturally, these NPCs will need to be protected and each have their own requirements and needs. Assuming that this concept of having to craft things through NPCs can be done with a useful and fluid user interface, this is a wonderful idea. It could go horribly if the user interface is not navigable, but I have high hopes for it. Thoughtful world generation. In Outerworlder, we understand that making a world feel alien isn't as simple as making it multicolored and throwing some stitched-together monsters. I'm sorry, I read that sentence and I feel almost like that's a stab at Starbound. because that's kind of what they did for a while. It has gotten better, but especially early on where the worlds were just multicolored and not stitched together monsters. Too much procedural generation was at play. They pulled back on that later, and the game is a lot better than it was, but anyway. That's why we've gone to great lengths to develop a sophisticated world generation system that seeds believable worlds with distinguishable land features, thoughtful color palettes, compelling cave systems, and uniquely designed wildlife and ecosystems. Also, it has a picture of a fox. and what I assume to be a rat being chased by the fox. Okay, I should have been doing this from the beginning. Sorry. Pictures of things look raccoon. Well, it may be a raccoon. The tail confuses me. Explore the star. In the full game, players will be able to commandeer ships and bring their colonies to other worlds. Naturally, space is a big place, and there's more than just planets out there. Players will be able to visit space stations, moons, and explore the wrecks of long-abandoned starships. To facilitate this, there will be a wide range of ships of varied layouts and classes available to buy and sell, complete with their own facilities such as orbital weapons, hangars, and medical bays. One thing to know, I love building things that are modular and have all the different subsystems and things. It's one of the things about FTL that intrigues me. And the Cyclops in Subnautica. I would have loved to have seen... That had so much potential. Open development plan. Transparency and maintaining good relations with the community is important to us at Igloosoft Games. We will be developing the game using a modular approach in order to simplify development and avoid doing everything at once. This allows us to release playable milestones for those who pre-order the game and want to see its progress. We feel this is the best compromise between transparency and giving buyers something to play early if they desire. Pre-ordering will grant access to the pre-alpha version of the game and all of its updates. The pre-alpha will evolve into the full game described, but at first will take place on a single world in order for us to focus on primary gameplay mechanics before expanding to other world types and eventually allowing travel as the game develops. On release, everyone who pre-ordered the game will receive a copy of the full game, which is how it should be. They have a Discord server, downloads, and then, other generic postings. I resized that. No, I don't want... Okay, there we go. So, let's go... There we go. Log in. Single player. Actually, no options yet. Just single player. No options there either. Just single player and then play. Yes, I know this has a lot of visuals in common with Starbound and Terraria. And I don't know what these tools are. I know that's a flashlight, that's a wrench. Oh. That changes the shape of... What are these and why can I throw... Why? I don't know. That's a flashlight. Okay, that's a pickaxe, and that's a... Is that a gun or a chainsaw? Okay. What is this? Can I have it? I found a flashlight. What is that, a box? Oh, bigger box, bigger box. Give me the bigger box. Is that a duck call? That is a hole in the ground. Well, we're down here now. Oh, that's awesome. I was clinging to the edge. That's something not enough games do. I'm assuming I'm looking for something on the surface, given colony building and all was mentioned as a thing. And given that I don't have like, oh dear. Oh dear. Well, I mean, it did say it's like pre-alpha, so I guess I shouldn't expect to be able to build yet, but I would like to have colony, yes? I'd like to have at least wood. That is very much the sound effect for item pickups from like Terraria, though. Wait, can I just... Well, I fell in a hole. Can there stop being holes? Can this cave system, you know, stop? I want surface. Okay, I mean, I just don't... Can you stop having stupid caves? I want surface. You've got too many caves currently, and, you know, once you end up in a cave, not exactly easy way to get back to the surface. Don't let that reflect badly on the game, though. I'm just frustrated because I want to get back to the surface. I feel like I fell in a hole and just had no way out of the hole. So far as proof of concept goes, the game is beautiful. Now, it is going to have an uphill battle differentiating itself from Starbound and Terraria, but I hope that it's... Oh, there we go, inventory. Oh, my dear goodness. You know what? It did say it's creative, I guess. Where'd my duck call go? I had a duck call. Give it back. Well, I hoped they would react to it. Okay, so the game is mostly just creative mode, like it said, but there's a lot of interesting stuff. That duck is flying. You know, a lot of nice stuff in here that can be done. There's just not a... That is a flying campfire, and I'm just going to leave it at that. Does that say pit bull or pit ball? That says pit ball. Look, worms. I should not be trusted with the ability to create life. Given my limited creative building skills, I don't really know of much to show here, but the game... Propane tank. Generators explode. Yes, please. Barrel. This barrel does not explode. I want my money back. Don't. Well, the ducks are on fire. You know, that's not the goal here. Oh, it is a pulse rifle. It does nothing. But that is what it is. There's a lot of interesting stuff here. I just don't really know. A sad horn, you say? What makes it sad? Different suits, a torch, a bell, a rope. I fell. I don't. I'm just not very good at showcasing creative gameplay. Santa outfit. Different skin colors. And I'm guessing these are just like creative stuff. Ooh, an inspector, you say? Flight, you say? Yee. They said I could never leave this world, but yeah, I proved them wrong, and that is a frightening whatever it is on the moon. Oh, well, that's neat. Let's just see what's at the top of the world. The game really does have a lot of potential. There's not a lot to really showcase in its current state unless you just wanted to sit here and watch me build a building. But as far as a basic framework goes, it is interesting. I would be much more interested to see how it looks once there's the basic ability to have a small town, even with just rudimentary functions like, is the town powered, and crafting really basic stuff, because I want to get a feel for how that would look. Because the underlying game world itself of, okay, there's tiles, okay, I can dig, we've seen that so many times in other games that it's hard to differentiate and really critically review just what that would be. And I don't know if there's an upper limit here. I don't know if I want to find out. Can I music? Oh, yes, I can music. Oh, well, that was it. Well, we'll go up to 1,000 and then we'll pause here. I intend to return to this game once more stuff is added, but for now there's not a lot to show aside from just creative building. I do highly recommend. Well, I recommend looking into it if it seems to be a game that interests you, or more specifically, if the end product seems to be something that would interest you. Okay, so you can go past that. We're just gonna fall. But keep an eye on it. It looks like it could be a game with a lot of potential. And wow, you fall fast. And didn't die. So there's that. But alas, the only thing that seems to be in the game currently is to dig, creatively build, and find crates full of stuff that I could have gotten out of the creative menu. Would be nice if there was like a little, just a little building to showcase some of the systems, but I do understand that some of the systems may not be in place yet, like power and whatnot. But I would love to see the ability to have to maintain this little colony where I've got to deal with, food, water, power, and other needs in the manner that is described in the game's, page. But as it is currently, there's just not much to show. You're in a desert. You can fly around. You can dig. There's an idea. Let's dig straight down and see what's at the center of all this. Dig, 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 dig. Yes, I'm using a debug eraser, but it's faster. Is there lava at its core? There was a chest up there. The crates are also tiny and easy to miss, but they're so frequent that, I do like the glowing plants, though. I look forward to seeing varying... Oh, that's right, it did say that the game currently takes place in one biome. Duh, that's why I'm not finding anything different. I mean, I may find something different if I go down, but the game world is probably just this uniform construction of blocks currently, and is designed to be treated as a creative game, like creative mode game. How deep can we go? Okay, we're 500 down. I mean, that's... That's pretty deep. Okay, I don't think there's like a core to the planet or anything I'm gonna find. Partly because I haven't seen any changes, and based upon the the one biome statement. Okay, well, there's a boulder I don't recognize. The hope to see it. Well, I know the user interface is going to be something that changes a lot in development. I would look at streamlining this a little bit, having your health and all maybe in a different way. The inventory itself is very blocky and basic currently, but again, this is a pre-alpha. The interface things are basically just frameworks, as is everything else. But I greatly look forward to seeing what this game can become, because it is certainly an idea that has potential. I personally love the concept of, in any form or fashion, having... I'm trying to think of a way to word it. For example, in Subnautica, the idea of being able to build a base that could be damaged in flood fascinated me, and I really wanted to see that be something I would need to interact with. But it never really came up, aside from, Tigerweed the one time, and if you go over structural integrity. It didn't feel like it felt like a neat little glitter and, bells and whistles glitter bit, but it didn't functionally add anything new. Because it was a situation that you never came across. You never had a Leviathan damage your base to where you had to repair it. You didn't have different systems that could be damaged to where, oh, your electrical grid is malfunctioning. This room has no power until you fix it. Oh, your oxygen pipes are damaged. This room's not getting oxygen, etc. A good example of this to me would be the FTL, where you've got different workstations and different systems that can uniquely get damaged and have different effects when they are damaged. Even that isn't done perfectly, but it's a good example of what I mean. In a lot of space sim games, when you're running big ships, like capital ships, cargo ships, one thing I feel like a lot of them are missing is the ability to have a crew that is doing things. Like, you get into a fight and, oh, this section got damaged, divert these crew members to repair that section. Oh, this thruster got damaged, so now you don't move properly, your steering is messed up, etc. All of these little micromanaging things that you can then park and have people work on, it makes the game feel more immersive. That's what I feel like this game is going to do, where you feel like you're actually building a base and sending people to do things instead of just building a base so that NPCs can stand around. Not complaining about games that have NPCs stand around. I just feel like it's something that a lot of games, even crafting-based ones, have overlooked over time. And it is something that I would love to see. But for now, this is Outerworlder. It is on itch.io. There is a link in the description, and I'm stumbling over my own words. You put a space in multiplayer. Multiplayer is one word. Oh well. I fully intend to return to this once some more expansion and work is done on it. But for now, I think this is about all there really is to show. There's a very pretty example of what a base could look like. But, like I said, gonna go ahead and pause here. Thank you for watching, and I will see you next time.